Hey, what's up guys, it's DJ. Welcome back to the channel. Today we got some new mods to talk about for Farm Sim 22. In total, we got 24 mods. All platforms got 17 new and 4 updates. The PC Mac players got 3 new. In this video, I'll show you all the new mods, plus the customization, and we will review every mod that got an update. Oh, and shouting out EDO's Modding for the awesome logo. I love it, dude. Starting off today with some new ones for all platforms, we have the map Paksuniemi, or at least I think that's how you say it. And you're probably looking at this going, wow, that's a pretty bare map. There's not really much out there. Yeah, there is. When I start moving forward, trees start popping up out of nowhere. 99% of players will never see this view of a map, but I always like doing it. That way you can see everything. However, the further I get away from the trees, the less there are. We did see a few maps like this in Farming Simulator 17 back in the day, as well as Farming Simulator 19. So this is nothing new. It actually helps a lot with your FPS, and mine is, as you can see, very good. So there you go. This map is based in Finland, mainly focused on forestry, as there's a bunch of trees. But as you can see, there's still a few farmlands here and there. We got 27 fields, lots of forestry areas. Everything's from Home Acra, thanks to Oscar8599 with the edited spruce textures. We also have 5 farms ready to go, a sawmill, large areas to build your own farm or make new fields if you would like to. There is also a custom soil map for precision farming. Water can be taken from the lake, and a lot more. There's even collectibles, so if you guys like collectibles, you got those here too. Let's take a look at the PDA, and that's not it. This is it. There you go. Takes up a full 2x map, or well, say a 2x, a full 2 kilometer map, 1x if you guys want to call it that. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild. You can see here in the blue, these are the new farmlands that we own. Pricing is pretty affordable, all things considered. However, once we get into some of this bigger stuff, pricing does go up. $400,000 for the big part. If you want to buy the lake, it is $1.2 million for all of the waterways. It'll probably be the last thing that you buy. That being said, I will say this. I think this would be a lot of fun to jump in, see if you can cut down all the trees and convert all the trees to farmland area. Just for some reason, I want to do that right now. So there is that. Jumping in and also taking a look at the growth calendar. This seems a little bit different as well. So if you guys like custom growth calendars, well, there's one of those too. And lastly, let's take a look at the vehicles that we get and everything. See, nothing in leased, but we do have owned, so let's look there. We have Valtra Q3 of 5, as well as the Valtra Valmet, so Valtra heavy there. We have the Joey's Far Topliner, nothing crazy. Old pickup, we also have Rudolph Tipper. As far as headers go, we got the one that goes with the Joey's Far Combine. And we got a rock picker, plow, we've got a big seeder, direct drill, that makes things easy. Fertilizer spreaders, 2 of them, so you can run 1 for fertilizer and 1 for lime. We have a front and rear mower, loading wagon. We've even got stuff for doing forestry, so that's pretty cool. And then we have your stuff for animals, 2 front loaders, quite a few front loader pieces, and a weight. There's a lot going on with this. And again, if you're on the ground, you will never, ever, ever see all of those trees in the background that don't pop up. Boop. But we will. It's our secret. Next up, we have the map Korpi. This is another Finnish map, and they say, will you survive? Is that a threat? This is a start from scratch style map. At any starting level, you do not own anything at the beginning of the game. No ready fields, a lot of forestry, very few like roads, pathways, things like that. And sell locations for all products are found in the middle of the map right here. And that is quite literally it. As you can see, it is very well done. It definitely looks like a place that you'd find in the middle of nowhere or something like that. It doesn't remind me of much anything else that we've got. You could probably compare this to No Man's Land or Wild West, something like that, but I like this. It feels like it's kind of its own thing. Taking a look at the PDA, everything is split up into 60 evenly spaced bits. So there it is like that. And then we've got all the areas through there. We even have the name of the map up top, so that's pretty cool. Not much else to it, unfortunately. Let's take a look at our season's growth calendar here. And it looks like we're going to have pretty standard stuff throughout. Nothing too wild and crazy through there. And they don't say anything else on the website. It is pretty small, though. Only 29.65 megabytes. So just like the previous map, it is very, very small there. And we got some really nice wooded areas. Here, of course, the trees are all there, but, well, I'm still getting great FPS, so no issues whatsoever there. Let's take a look and see what we get, and, well, it's nothing. That makes it easy. Next new one for all platforms day is going to be the John Deere 4320 from EY Modding. This, as far as I can tell, went through testing the first time around. A lot of you guys have been excited about it, and it is here. So let's go over it. 102 horsepower, synchro shift transmission, 128 liters of fuel. It goes 19 miles an hour. Engine setup, we do the 102. We could do a 130 as well. Let's go with that extra power there. Wheel options, we have trailer board, BKT, and back and forth between both of those. We've got the trike, wheel weights. We've got a couple different setups through there. And if I remember correctly, we got four-wheel drive as well. Yeah, so we've got those two if you want them. All good. And we've even got dual setups. You've got rear twin number 4, which is a plowing setup, so it's not missing anything. It's just for plowing. That's it. So there's your doubles right there, and then back to standard again. I imagine we're going to see something very similar through here in BKT, and it looks like we do. So very cool, very awesome. I'm loving this tractor. Let's just go with the standard tire for now. Cabin, you could do a canopy, you could do a regular enclosed cab, or nothing. Front fenders, you can add those if you want to. Front weight, you could throw those on if you want to as well. That's 300 extra kilograms. Exhaust, yeah, we got options there. Front loader, you got a quickie, a Hauer, or nothing. No John Deere for there. And then the license plate, and that is it. One of the cool things about this, it may not have like a bunch of customization, but the ones that it does, you can really take this tractor and transform it. And because this thing's an EY Modding mod, and because it is an older tractor, I mean, we got to start it up, right? Next is the Massey Ferguson 4200 series. We have 7 tractors in here all together. So what we've got is we have the 4275 Fruitier, which I believe is just going to be used for working in the vineyards. And also, is this the first Massey Ferguson we have for working in the vineyards? I think so. We also have the 4275 two-wheel drive. We have 4275 four-wheel drive. Then we have the 4275 cabin, the 4x2 for the 4290. We also have the 4290 four-wheel drive and 4290 cabin. So we basically have 3 different tractors, more or less, here, just with a lot of different wheel options. So let's just take a look at the Fruitier first. This is going to have 75, 80, 83, or 120 horsepower, all the way up for a chip too. Wheel options, you can throw a wheel weight on the back, but that is quite literally it. Fenders, we have rear fenders or nada. Rear fenders look pretty good on there. Front weights, you can throw a couple of those on there as well. All different kinds of setups. We also have the old grill or the new grill side setups. You could do a Massey Ferguson. I like that. That looks pretty good, man. Protection grid on the front. Bit interesting. I don't know what you would use that for, but maybe that's just me not knowing how certain crops are done. We also have auxiliary options, so current or nothing. Current, I think that's supposed to be chain. Radio antenna, you can throw some of those on there if you want to as well. We have a painted grid. We also have a shovel that you can throw in the front, so it looks like you're actually working. Rim colors, we have 5 different ones to choose from here, with grays and blacks being included, but there's plenty more. So it does appear that the 4x2, the 4x4, and the cabin are all going to be getting similar options. So I'm just going to jump over and show you guys the cabin version of this one. We do have different engine options, all exactly the same. Tire brands, though, these are where it differentiates quite a bit. As you can see, we definitely have some stuff through there. Oddly, Trelleborg are only available in a little wheel. These are different, though. So go for that. You got some different setups for rice wheels, different setups for lizard tires as well. And to be honest with you, I'm just gonna do this all day because that's making me giggle on the inside, and well, that's a good thing. Let's stick the front studs on there. Fenders, let's see. We do have the same rear fender, but we also have front mud guards as well. As far as our front weight, those are going to be exactly the same. Front grill's going to be the same. Side designs are going to be exactly the same. Protection grid is exactly the same. Auxiliary setup for the chain is the same. Exhaust, we do have options for that, so those are pretty cool. Radio antenna is the same. We have the shovel on the very front, and then we have front attachments for this, including the Massey Ferguson attachment. Not sure which one that is. We also have the Hauer or Nada. Then we have different glass options too, because it is a cabin. Same wheel option, so you can choose your colors there, and that is it there. Then let's talk about maybe the 4x2 version here. I'm going to guess we're going to see similar options with the exception of our engine options, which go up to 150. We do have pretty much the same wheel options as well, just bigger, chunkier ones. We've got fenders, front weight, which are all exactly the same. We have the front grille options, same thing there. Side design, same thing there. Protection grid, auxiliary options, exhaust. We've got your antenna, the designs, and your same front loaders and wheel color. So pretty much the exact same customization for all of these, even the little guy, but we do have a couple different engine options. So there is that. So a mod that we talked about in Farm Sim News today just happens to drop today as well. The Unia Pl6 from Farmsim V3. Let's take a look and see if I was right in my assumptions from this. So we have different wheel options, which I didn't have any say on, but those were there. Decals, we have different decals. I didn't know anything about that, but I did talk about this stuff right here. And I love the fact that we've got different options with this. We've got Type 2, which is more for like a round bell. Type 1, which is more for pallets and square bells, or nothing, a lack of anything whatsoever. These are pretty cool, man. I'm gonna lease one of these real quick, and I'm just gonna grab quickly a tractor, medium tractor. That Massey will be probably yeah, this Massey's gonna be way more than enough. I just want to take a look at it real quick and load up and see kind of what we got. Let's back up to it and see what kind of options we are given. So we hook up to it and immediately it picks up, so heads up there. Might help to know. You can lower it all the way down. We could raise it up, and we have tension belts. Otherwise, that is it. How's about another cattle feed mixer? This one being a little bit smaller, the Strautmann Verti-Mix 1050. This has got, well, 10,500 liter capacity for your TMR, 6-ton weight at 50 horsepower required. Design color, we have a couple different options for that, but it's only the latter, and we do have a license plate as well, if that matters to you on your farm. However, that is literally it. And I just yawned, I'm sorry. Next up is the Amazon ZAM fertilizer, and, well, that's it. Spreader right here, no lime, 1,000 liter capacity, 1,500, 25, or 3,000. We've also got a 42 meter working with, and if we come all the way up to the top, we have a couple different options, and even a cover. Unfortunately, yeah, no lime on this. You'll be able to modify this if you're on PC, but unfortunately, console players, nada. Now, I do know that we have, oh, that mod doesn't have it either. All right, well, let's move on. Sad. Next is an interesting one because it doesn't tell us anything, so we have to go to the screenshots to find out. This is the Lizard Max Tandem from Solutions Modding. Weighs 1.9 tons, and it will hook up two things on the very back, and you can see we've got some hydraulic hoses there as well. We do have custom color options, so if you guys want to change up those color options to whatever you like, well, we have that option. But how big of implements can we hook up to this thing? Well, I had to go take a look at their website, or not the website, the farming simulator website, but it does look like it'll do 6 meter things, and they themselves have a couple 6 meter things. So I'm going to go through here and see if I've got their 6 meter things installed. This 5.2. Let's see, do I have their John Deere planter installed? Well, at least the seeder, I don't have that installed. Might have something over here. All right, well, part of that I take back because I've just realized that this is an extendo mod. So you could really extend that out however far you need to. I've got a couple John Deere planter or seeders right here. Nothing too wild and crazy. There we go. Connect. And let's go ahead and select this and bring them a little bit closer together. Smooch. There we go. So you can really adjust this however you need to. I think I should be able to hit double planting on this. The good thing about these planters is, well, they do this feature already. But, yeah, that's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. Taking turns. They turn just fine. Hang on a minute. Yo, hold up. Stop the press. Those aren't moving. They're not trailer hitches. They hook up and they stay there. You see this? These should be turning with the ground, but they're not. They're staying completely in line with one another, even if I mess with them. I think this mine... Oh, boy. I think this mine might be overpowered. We're going to have to wait and see Miss Silly P's video later today, but, yeah, I think, yeah, go get this bar, just in case. You never know when you're going to need it. Next, we've got a fun one. This is the leaf blower. Bet you weren't ready for that. This, well, it allows dirt to be removed quickly from machinery. It's a sprayer is what it is. So, just go through, spraying this. You can see the dirt is coming off of the John Deere, even though that dirt looks pretty good on the John Deere. It does have the sprayer thing there still, and it still has the sound of the sprayer, but you know what? That's not bad, isn't it? It's not bad at all. It's pretty cool. Plus, the great thing is you could take that around with you anywhere. Anywhere. I'm going to spray my new sign that Yost made me. Clean it off. Next, we've got another interesting one. The pickup trailer. This is made by the MTL modding team, and I believe it is the base game with the 2017 pickup. Just just the back of it. We see stuff like this all the time in my neck of the woods, but I've never seen it in Farm Sim. This is great. We do have wheel options, and we've got a new set of wheels that don't match anything, which is kind of cool, but we do have those base game wheels as well. So let's go with this. Roll bar, we'll go without, and the main color white with chrome wheels. All right, so we'll lease that. Now we need to go get ourselves a base game pickup truck. This guy will do just fine. I believe that is all exactly the same. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. So let's hook up to it, and then we can move stuff around basically identically to the very back. So we've got straps on there which match exactly with the truck. We can unfold the tailgate just like we can with the truck. And it's got a trailer hitch, so we can hook up a lot more of these if we want to. You know what? I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Next is the Wade 1200 kg. It's a homemade weight and weighs 1200 kilograms. It is from AM Modding. We talked about them a little bit here and there, and you can change it whatever color you want. The weight option that you guys see here is the only one we've got, and it hooks up via 3-point. And of course, we can't go through today without some placeables. So we have the modern cow barn from Peisel. This will hold 40 head of cows. And they say it's got 14 different color options that you can change. That's pretty cool. You can change the color of the roof and the gates. Of course, inside, this is where your cows are going to be. And then we've got, well, I would say this area. Oh, yo, hold on a minute. That just does, oh, that's cool. I like that. So we've got a way to prevent your cattle from actually getting out. Did this do that? And I didn't even see it. It did. Oh, that's so cool. I like that. Otherwise, there's really not much to it. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Here's where you're going to be getting your slurry. Let's see if we can poke around and see anything with milk. Possibly, possibly not. Yes, there it is right there. Milk is right there. So slurry and milk, everything you would need from your cattle. You can put a manure pit on the outside. Be good to go. Next is the wide garage, not to be confused with anything other than a wide garage. This is... It's a wide garage. Yeah. We got a light. Sounds good. Bam, bam, bam. It's really all to it, man. It does look very, very good. And I believe you could change the color of this as well. Yeah, they say you could change the color of the metal. So, oh, wow. You could change the color of this all over, can't you? Look at that. That's pretty cool. Of course, being American, gotta go with the red one. Speaking of American, we have the American Old Garage. We have 2 garages with this, and again, you can change these all kinds of colors as well. I've gone for, well, red, white, and blue, obviously. One's got a door, we can come inside. And do we have access to those? Yes, we do. So you can open each one individually. Oh, super awesome, man. Yes. We do have a light in here as well. We have the same sounding on the lights. And then we've got a big old area right here. Same thing. Same light setup right here. Boop. Turn that on. Goes prunk. And then we've got the same thing. Side opening there. Now, one thing that I'm a little bit curious about. Did the same modder make both of these? They did. So the same modder made the wide garage and these. And one thing that modder did not make was this, the shed with garage, or it is the garage with shed. We'll never know, even though the title says garage with shed. Very flat looking doors. There's not really a whole lot of give to those. We do have areas in here if you're using bags or big bags, something like that you can pick up with your hands. We've also got an area here, garage, and then we've got the rebar set up there. Some people like having open both doors. I do not, but that's a feature of this if you need it. Plus, we have all this area here where you can park stuff. Couple short, couple tall. Another very familiar mod that we had back in Farm Sim 19 that is here is the farmhouse Agronopolis, America Isaac and Agro mods. This we reviewed, what, like 2 years ago? Feels like maybe something like that. Kind of looks exactly the way that it did then, just with updated textures. Is that a Lego bed for sure? Here you go. You can change clothes if you want to. And then we have a bathroom. Very good looking bathroom. And then we've got another area right here where we can get some sleep. Can we shut these doors? Can't shut that one. Can't shut that one. Can't shut that one. So they are just open all the time. And we do have an outdoor area right here if you guys want to do some outdoor cooking, or maybe you want to get some friends over, have some fun. Of course, can't do that in Farm Sim, but you can always roleplay. And your last new one for all platforms today is the Juice Factory. This right here will make a grape and tomato juice. Yes, bring grapes and tomatoes here. So this is manufactured and placed on a pallet. Incoming, of course, we have grapes, tomatoes, and water. If only it was that easy. $70,000 for this. It holds 100,000. Well, you know what? I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to show you. How do we get in here? Here it is. Bam. So we have the farmer's grape juice, and we have the tomato juice as well. Now we also have these. This is a required mod. There's no reason that this has to be a required mod, though. I don't understand. Maybe it's the sell point that comes with it. Who knows? I guess we could go take a look. This doesn't produce any of the same stuff. Maybe it comes with a sell point. Hang tight, sit in your seat. We'll try and figure it out. Let's see, 100,000 liters, 107,000 liters for the water. Feels like somebody missed a input there because everything else is exactly the same. So we've got that. So tomato juice and water juice. Water juice. Leave me alone. Also put that down just in case. Let's go with the selling points real quick. And here we go. Sell of juice pallet. Nope. Sell stations included. The required mod is completely useless in this mod pack. Marcel! Alright, making our way into mod updates for all platforms. First up, we have Simulator 22 Monster Truck. This is version 1.0.2. Tire friction amounts increased for turning at higher speeds. Force point ratio increased to prevent odd slipping effect around sharp inclines, hills, and objects. And 2 tire chain options have been added. One for the monster truck tires and one for the Michelin tires. Next up, the Lizard P031 Termit 303 version 1.1. Lots of numbers, but let's do some words now. Revised the mod model and revised decals and added decal configuration. Third update for all platforms today is the Fortuna FTM Pack version 1.001. Color override fixed, and Fortuna Alu Cargo 200 has been added. And a recent mod that was released last week, the Wash Halls Pack version 1.1 fixed static light visibility. Alright, let's make our way into some new ones for PC and Mac players. First up, we have the Swathing Addon from Yoast and BC Bueller Farms. We already did a video on this, and we talked about it in Farm Sim News this morning, but let's go over it anyway. The Swathing Addon brings the swathing feature first released on Edgewater, Saskatchewan to any map. Yes, any map. The swathable fruit types are wheat, barley, oats, and canola. It will work with any mower to cut crops and create swaths. However, mods released with the swathing icon are designed to work exclusively with swathing and eliminate those pesky grass swaths sneaking into your fields. That's going to be coming at a later date to the Swather pack from BC Bueller Farm, so keep an eye out for that. They do say after mowing, make sure that you use the pickup header, of course, to pick up that 20% yield bonus instead of just leaving it on the ground. There are a few things to note, and you need to know about these things. The base game hired workers will not be able to swath or harvest the swaths for you. However, Courseplay is a good option if you guys want to use that, and it may conflict with other crop adjusting mod. So let's take a look at some of these screenshots, and I want to show you, or at least talk about something that Yosa said on his page earlier this morning. He says, on maps where new crops or grasses are added where you can mow, you may experience this mod not working. This is due to the mod being overridden with swath settings, and an update to the Swather pack will be coming to solve this as well. Since all users of this mod are PC, because it's a PC only mod, he could show you how to edit the Swather pack in order to make it work. If you guys want, shoot him a message over on Facebook or maybe even on Discord, and he'll tell you exactly what you need to do. Very cool mod, and I will be using this for sure. So keep an eye out for it. All right, here's second new one for PC and Mac players today is Anti-AFK, and this is actually a mod that released yesterday, but was quickly removed from the mod hub, probably because something didn't work right. So Anti-AFK removes idle players from your game. This is a multiplayer. The mod checks for keyboard, mouse, or gamepad input, and if no input is detected for 15 minutes, the player will be disconnected from the game. This is intended for dedicated servers, but if you're doing any local play, you can use that as well. Maybe you're hosting the multiplayer game, well, you could do that. Anti-AFK will only be enabled for players who join a dedicated server game or players of a multiplayer game hosted by another player. So if you are the one that is the host, this won't affect you in any way, shape, or form. When the mod is active, the player will automatically join the game without having to click start on the loading screen. And this is protected by AFK. That'll pop up on their display screen. To ensure a good gaming experience, the mod will be displayed for hosts of multiplayer games. Similarly, this mod will be disabled in single-player games too. As such, protected by Anti-AFK will not be displayed for multiplayer hosts or single player. So there you go. Yeah, if you're having problems with people like just camping in your game saves, this may be a good way to kick them out if you're online. And your last new one for PC and Mac players today is going to be this guy right here. This is the speed display, and what I'm going to try and do is get it placed somewhere where I'm not going to be a complete idiot with the placement. And what you do is you just drive by and it tells you how fast you're going. So we'll put it like right here. Should give us enough room to speed up a little bit. Let's get something that's definitely going to take off, probably. You know what? This will work great. Right here. You know, let's drop it down too. Yeah, there we go. We've got it. Does this have nitro like we used yesterday? It does. All right, so I'll just try and be good for now. All right, bring it around here. Set it up. Oh, I can't drive. And tells you how fast you're going. So it's about 45, which is good, but unfortunately it doesn't stay on there. So 12. So is it cool? Yeah, but you can't see it when you're going fast enough. I'm sure you'll find something to use this for. Well, guys, that is it for this one. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. Get subscribed if you're new. Join the DjGoHam fam. Make sure those notification bells are on as well. That way, you never miss daily farming simulator videos here on the channel. We already dropped Farm Sim News. We talked about the John Deere Gator CX, also the JCB excavator, the Undone pack, and of course, something a little bit new coming. Check that video to see what it is. Otherwise, I just hope you have a great, awesome, wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you guys later. Peace.